I don't know that we had the key change on the day. I think that came during the practice, during the pre-production, during the rehearsal. I don't see how we could have said, and then it should be a key change.
Hey, I've got to ask, how's the voice? Because
it's getting there.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say we're good, but we're getting there. What you see in the film was shot 1 year and 2 years ago. So I'm well on the road to recovery. I've had this massive reconstructive surgery, which was a surprise to me. But I'm well down the road to recovery.
I mean, how was it having to deal with that while there were cameras there? And, how was it for you guys?
It was great for me. It sucked for him. I mean, look, I knew from the start that, sure, there's one version of this that's just a retrospective.
Yeah.
But this, the stuff that you guys have been talking about, that superhero stuff, like, it's just incredible. Every great superhero has a great origin story. So it is amazing. But the stuff Jon was going through while we were filming it was like the human stuff. That was relatable. Just watching somebody try to get back to the place they love.
Cry.
Yeah.
Suffer.
I pushed my way into those rooms, those dressing rooms, he kicked me out a few times.
Okay.
And then I would quietly slide back in.
Yeah.
I knew from the start that was the thing that was going to help this stand out.
So we get many musical memories. There's probably only a handful of songs in pop and rock history that everyone knows the words to and everyone will sing along to, and that are guaranteed to put everyone in a good mood. And there's a great moment where you're sitting in the studio listening to the playback of Prayer, and who said it wasn't going to be a hit?
Well, I certainly on the day that we wrote it, I absolutely positively thought, yeah, it's good, it's fine, who cares? It's just another good song to put on the pile. It was when we went to rehearsal that it took on a life of its own, because we were aware that we needed to develop a line, and we were thinking of Sugar Pie Honey Bunch and like Motown stuff like that. And so we knew it was in mind, but on the day we wrote it, on a stand-up piano and an acoustic guitar, although the lyrics and the melodies were intact, we left there with that. I would venture to say, and I have two other witnesses that would have to corroborate this, I don't know that we had the key change on the day. I think that came during the practice, during the pre-production, during the rehearsal. I don't see how we could have said, and then it should be a key change. I think that probably came in that same rehearsal when we worked up that bass line. And Tico came in and you went, there's something unique. But a young man at 24 would say, of course we should go to the key change. The 62-year-old sits there and goes, no, don't do the key change.
Thanks, by the way, from a UK perspective for throwing in the final Wembley shows.
Right.
At the old Wembley.
The old Wembley.
That was great.
Remember, now it's probably often forgotten, but we were then meant to open the new Wembley. We had sold a couple nights out, and the construction of the stadium was not done. If you remember correctly, it didn't open for like another year. And they had to relocate that 2 stadium fulls of people out to Milton Keynes. So for years, I was very upset with Wembley. I didn't go back there until 2019 as a result. But, closing the old one, having been meant to open the new one, would have been really historic. But all our memories in the old one, and even the new one now, are fantastic.
Will you come back and play?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I remember doing it in 19 and going, wow, sorry I was mad at them for so long because it's a great stadium.